Hola.
Hey, so we are going to talk the Farrah of it all because she's been very messy lately.
Let's talk about this girl.
Let's talk about the mess. So, y'all know she's already going ham on Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we all
So what's her problem with Tyler?
I think that the issue is because Tyler had his only friends. So because he
Mm-hmm.
had that going on, right? And she was basically shunned from the Teen Mom cast because she was doing hers at the time. I think that that's where the animosity came from.
Okay, I do understand the hypocrisy of that though.
Yeah.
Because remember, Macy was like, "Oh, I'm getting off the show. I don't want my son on this show."
Yeah, I remember. And then I did think it was kind of funny how Macy like came back and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna come back, but
Yeah, she didn't want to let go of that check.
yeah, you'd be crazy to let go of that good check."
Right.
But I also think oh, Tyler's in. Hello, Tyler.
Uh-oh. What's
Um
up, Tyler?
so yeah, I think that that was what it was that she felt some type of way because of that, and then that's when after that she went ham because when Tyler and Kate had announced, he said, when Tyler and Kate had like announced that they were getting their bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when she went like crazy basically and was just like, bruh, like, I had one, everybody was like mad at me and kicking me out and blah 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 blah, blase blase. And then after that it was just like this like beefing war. And then it stopped. Like she stopped for a minute and then she like came back on it again.
I wonder if the difference was hers was public and only friends. You have to subscribe to get to that. Oh,
No, I'm in.
you
I
have to.
was fixing my lighting.
Oh, okay. On
Um
OnlyFriends, you have to subscribe, so it's like more private. So I wonder if like that was the difference, cause hers was. I'm not gonna lie, I seen it. Oh, I seen it.
the
I'm
podcast is
traumatized.
amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, it's on YouTube. It's linked in my bio. It's in my link tree if you guys haven't checked it out.
Thank you, Brendan. And I'm sorry that I got you confused with Colton. Do you know who Colton is? I thought him and Brendan were the same person.
No, they are two different people. He said Naomi, damn.
Well, no, Tyler, I ain't see yours. Hold up. Tyler, I ain't see your only friends now. Hold up. No, 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 no. I don't want to see that. Mm-mm.
I told Tyler, I said, look, I said you're a handsome guy, but not my not my pun, not my time.
No, no, man.
He said, no, you saw Farrah.
mm.
Bruh, that's a whole mess. Mm-mm.
hmm
Listen, I saw the videos that people were like posting on there. Like, yo, that was just. I don't even want to discuss it because it was just not for me. He said that's wild. Um, that was just not for me. But and I like I don't understand. To be honest, I really don't understand because it was a moment where she was upset about him using that platform.
Right.
Then they deleted it. Okay, so they deleted it, and now she like recently started beefing with them again, and I'm just like, I don't understand where this is coming from. Like, it.
But even then, shouldn't her beef be with MTV for firing her because of that, not with Tyler? Like, why is she like? What did Tyler do to her?
Can I say, and I have this feeling, and I don't care what nobody says, like, I swear, I have this feeling that like Farrah is like secretly into Tyler, and she's just big mad. That is just a
Whoa,
theory,
whoa,
just a
whoa!
theory.
Oh
But
my God!
I'm telling you, that's my theory. My theory is she was probably like, oh, like I wanna get on that platform with him, and he don't want
Start making some
yeah.
videos. She's probably jealous of Kate.
Yeah,
She's like,
no,
"Oh,
really.
Kate."
He said I would radically disappoint. Yo, I'm so dead. Cause
Oh.
imagine, I'm just this. It's just like a funny theory.
No,
Look,
I don't want to imagine that. I do not want to see that. Mm-mm.
Bruh. Yo, Kate would slam the door like, nope.
I would radically disappoint her. That's crazy.
Bruh.
Oh my god. So what? Does she do it by herself or she invites people?
Girl, I
Wait,
don't
do
know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I just know that she still does it. That's all I know. She still does it.
Does Tyler do it by himself?
Tyler does it by himself. Kate it was his manager. He said, send
Okay.
Naomi that video. All right, I got you. I'll send you this video that they sent me. I'll send it to you later. I'll send it to you later.
Of what?
But well, I actually posted it, and then I got in trouble.
Of what? What happened?
I posted a video about Farrah, and I got in trouble by TikTok for posting it.
No, I'm saying what was in the video?
I can't say it out loud. I have to send it to
Oh,
you. I'll send it to you.
okay. I really want to see this.
I'll send it. But I got in trouble. I was like, oh dang. So
Are you on your phone right now?
yeah,
Can
it's
I
on my
see the
phone.
video? Can you send it to me now so I can react to it?
She's like, can I react to it like right now? Wait, you got in trouble? Yeah, bro. TikTok got me in trouble.
No, I'm not gonna put the volume up.
I lost my whole account because of Amber. Okay, so I don't want to get off subject because me and Naomi tend to do that sometimes.
You're
So
right, ADHD.
so yeah. So what happened? And as I was mentioning, I don't understand her whole hatred towards like specifically towards Tyler, but that's why I think you know how like when you grow up as a kid and they say like, oh, if they hit you, it's because they like you, or like if they,
Yeah.
and I feel like maybe that's I don't know. Like I don't know if that's the case, but that's what
No, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
it doesn't sound like something that would be off. Okay, here it is. Oh, okay. I sent it to you right now.
Okay. Ooh, I'm scared.
You should mute yourself.
Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Even her face. Her face is scaring me. Why does she look like that? Oh my, why does Farrah look like that? What happened to her face?
Wait, Tyler, can you join?
Oh. She said that to Tyler?
No, no. No. It's just on the internet.
Oh, I could have went without seeing that.
I'm gonna invite Tyler because I would love to have him on. If
Oh, I could have went without
you can't, you
seeing
can, but
that.
I'd love to have Tyler in here because that is funny.
No, you talk about you want to
had
see it. No, you don't need to see it.
you had a jump scare.
Oh my god.
You had a
Oh.
jump scare and that was hilarious.
No, that was scary.
Anything, we need to start to work on food.
Am I here?
procurement.
Yeah.
You gotta turn on your camera.
Wait, no, I turn on my camera. It's 10 o'clock at night. I ain't ready for this.
Yeah.
Caitlin still has to teach him how to use TikTok.
Right.
Listen. Did you send her that video?
Yeah, I sent it to her. I texted it to her right now. Did you see her jumping?
Listen. That stuff is that. My stuff was like so vanilla compared to that. That shit is diabolical. It's I can't even.
She wants to fart on it.
It's
No, but, like-
diabolical, yo. That shit is diabolical.
Like, who would subscribe to that?
It.
Like, people, whoever's paying for that, they're fucking psycho. Oh, I'm cursing. They're psycho.
I mean, listen,
'Cause, like,
I will say I get to a small percentage of where she's coming from only because the hate she got and all that shit and different times, different belief systems, they evolve, whatever. But
no,
yo,
I get it.
nothing can explain that kind of video.
I
That
feel like her
content
feelings were
is-
valid, but they were directed at the wrong person, though. Because what did you do to her? Did you ever say anything to her?
No, I mean I've never.
You said you recently apologized.
I actually kind of apologized in a way. I was kind of like, like I just said, I kind of get where she's coming from to a certain point. She just takes everything to a crazy level. She just goes wackety with it I
That's what I'm
don't know.
saying. The way she
I
spoke
think-
about you and Kate.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. She it's like it's like doing TV with her for so many years, like she'll talk, and by the end of her talking, you find yourself tilting your head like a dog hearing a whistle. Like, what the fuck? Like, what did I just listen? I'm so confused. I walk away from the conversation feeling a little stupider, and it's hard to really comprehend what the hell she's talking about. So, I mean, listen, I had a whole novel dedicated to me on her story. I feel honored. I for real do. I'm like, I forgot you existed. And here you are, checking up on shit, clearly keeping up with the teen mom, thing, because she's got a lot of, opinions on it. So you're watching that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm telling you, I think she secretly like wants you, and she won't admit it. Like, I swear. Why is she so dead set on like you specifically? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not gonna lie, it's giving booger sugar. She might be on some stuff, because I'm like, what is wrong with her?
But I will say, I saw she made one comment on something on Twitter when I first, Kate posted like the 0.1% being in the 0.1% or some shit like that, and then that's when I know, I'm like, so you have a point. Your theory could, I don't know. She's obviously projecting something. She's got some issues, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And honestly, watching her from being like a kid, even though when we were younger, she was always like, I just like something's off with her, and that part of me feels bad. Like I want her to get that broken down.
Yeah, like you couldn't even have a normal conversation. You couldn't even have a normal conversation with her. She would just start like a dog. Like
there was one point when we were younger, and she was having a hard time in the hallway, and Kate went out there because she heard her crying and went to go give her a hug, and she screamed, "Ew, get the fuck away from me!" And
she was like, "Don't hug me."
Yeah, she said, "Don't hug me," and that's when Kate was like, "Fine." Like, and turn around, and I said, "Just get back." Just get back in the hotel room. Don't even try, because she's wacky.
Don't look at her.
Nah, she's sick.
And like that kind of part, I felt bad because she was crying by herself, and I'm like, dude, clearly, like she's upset about something, and she like moment anyone sees her crying, she gets really defensive, and I don't know. There's just something going on.
She doesn't want to be vulnerable
with her.
Or maybe
it's like I don't understand.
I hate to say it this way, right? Because rest in peace, baby daddy Garrick, right? But maybe it's just that she hates the fact that Kate has had somebody that was consistent throughout the entirety from like 16 and pregnant to now. And maybe she is just envious of that also. Like maybe that's because she's been looking for love. Yo, I swear to God, she's been looking for love since 16 and pregnant. So I mean,
that's sad though. I mean, that's legit sad. And I feel like, I don't know all the years like what she's been doing, but I feel like she needs to try something else, something that's gonna get down to the nitty gritty of what's going on, because it is off, and everything she tries to explain is off, and it's almost like
she also had a very messed up childhood.
Yeah,
she did. Her mom, and you look at Michael, like you can just tell, like it was always weird,
right?
Just, like,
and it's not like she had like I think that was what Naomi and I had spoke about as well, was that like not everybody had like maybe I spoke to my sister about this, but like everybody kind of had like a bad, like in a sense, right? Like some form of their childhood was like messed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where
they got pregnant at 16.
Yeah, something got going right.
Whole childhood.
Something got messed up.
Something happened. So I just want to know the why, and I don't, she's not going to give us the why. She's never going to tell us exactly why, because then that's her releasing a vulnerable state. She'll never do it.
But I think that if she did, though,
can you break down her upbringing?
Listen, humanize yourself. Stop with these weird, humanize yourself. Be humble, have some humility, and just kind of like, I don't know, ground yourself a little more, because man, she is in La La Land, I feel like.
Like, even with her therapist, she's so defensive to her therapist.
Huh?
I said, even with her therapist, she's always like fighting with her therapist. I'm like, relax.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to get healed.
It's sad. It's sad, but I really truly think that she believes, in the words of Gypsy, that Tyler's D is fire, and maybe one day
Who said that? Gypsy Rose?
Yeah, Gypsy Rose.
Whoa, Gypsy was flirting with Tyler?
No.
Oh.
Yo, no, God, no. It was this is Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah, big old plaid wearing Ryan.
He is fired.
I was like, oh shoot, Tyler getting everybody.
Bruh, because she was like,
No, listen, that was a really weird statement. I will be honest, because I know we're switching subjects, but here, listen, that Gypsy Rose shit, that was a crazy. I mean, I never felt so uncomfortable watching something ever in my life.
What do you mean? Like her
Gypsy Rose, dude.
Like her and her
I
like,
told you,
Yeah.
Gypsy is scary. I'm sorry,
I
she's
watched
scary to me.
I watch it. I watched it all. I watched the
She
last
sliced and diced up her mama.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. She had a I don't know. I
No,
get
her
it.
mama's messed up. Everyone's messed. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring.
No.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, listen, you said it first, Ray. So don't look at me.
I'm just saying, like, and we spoke about this like on the podcast that we did, and I said, like, you know, we weren't there, right? We weren't there. We weren't in her situation. Okay, it's not like she was busting like a Jeffrey Dahmer or anything. She was just she did what she had to do because she felt like she had to do it, and that's how I'ma leave it.
You said
I mean,
she
honestly,
did what
though,
she had to do.
she did do what she had to do, but she didn't have. I don't know. She didn't have to do it. Listen, you see her
That's
house.
what
Her parents bought her a house across the street from their house. I mean, she had a house.
You
They got her a
think
house.
You think her parents?
That's
bought her
what
that house?
she didn't have to do it. Like, come on,
I
where's
mean,
the problem
in my-
solving skills?
Oh.
Are we talking about
yeah.
Why was that her only option? Let me just slice up my mom. I gotta get her out of here.
Oh.
Like, what?
Naomi's talking about Gypsy still.
What?
Oh god. Oh shit.
What the
Naomi,
heck?
I'm talking about Farrah. Farrah had a house across.
Farrah.
Yeah. Farrah had a house across the street. She didn't have to do the backdoor thing. She could have. I mean, she had resources. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She did.
So I mean, but I'll be honest with you. Even when we were younger, she yeah, it was just off. Something was off with the whole family dynamic, and she I don't know. I just a part of me like always feels a little bad for her. Like I can't help it. Like I just feel like like someone. I just want her to get help. Honestly,
But do you guys know what happened to her, like, growing up?
I have a lot of theories, but they're definitely not safe for TikTok.
No.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like there was times when even I said some simple stuff about just what she was doing and how she was acting about it, and then her dad got my face backstage and wanted to like fight me.
No
And
He got into Tyler's belly button.
He
He's
did.
so short.
So
What is going on?
Yeah, he came off stage and got really in my. And listen, he's kind of a shorter guy, and I just wasn't expecting it. So when he did it to me, I started laughing, and I know that it just wasn't good. I was like, oh my god, bro, like damn, Michael, like, calm down.
Yeah, not Michael.
I mean, yeah, Mike, and I'm looking like, you know, he's a short guy, so I'm looking down, and he's so fiery with his finger pointing in with his glasses, and I literally couldn't help but laugh, and I said, "Yo, this is Michael. You better call." Like,
Isn't Michael like the most like relaxed out of all of them?
Yeah.
He is. He's like a
That's always
business
been nice.
guy, crossing his legs and talking like very.
No, I feel like there's a
Yeah.
different side to Michael. He's too calm. There has to be a
telling you.
different side to him.
I don't know, but Tyler saying that Michael was poking his belly button is hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie.
And I know I didn't help the situation, but I busted out. I couldn't help it. I was like, oh man. Oh, at first I thought he was joking. I was like, oh, he's serious. Oh, this little guy. Oh shit. But anyway, yeah. He was very
That's
mad.
crazy. If okay, so serious question. Do you think that she would even be down to like sit and have like a discussion with you and Kate? Like, do you think that would even be a thing you guys even offered to be like?
No, oh God, listen, time is very short. I'm not guaranteed any days on this earth. I would never in my life waste any of that energy, breath, time, talking to, you know, like I said, my head's going to tilt, and I won't be able to understand what she says anyway. It won't be worth it.
I feel
I
like
mean, she
you
would
wouldn't
just
feel like
start
there was
cursing
any
out
result.
immediately. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I was telling Tyler, like, you wouldn't feel like there's any result. So it'd just be like a waste of time, is what you're saying.
Oh no, we've actually tried like backstage reunion time. Like we just tried, and she would get.
go online again and talk
Yeah, we think we'd be good. Like, okay, fair, we understand. And sometimes she'd like, I feel like everything was fine, and then the next like weeks later, she's on a online or on an article and like saying weird shit about us. I'm like, wait, man, I thought we were. What's going on? I thought we were good, but yeah.
Yeah. No,
Can
nothing
I-
about Farrah gives resolution.
Can I just say, like, side note, right? Aside from Farrah, because I know I talk to Kate more than I talk to you, but can I also just say that, like, I really love the way that you guys parent, because I feel like
Oh, thank you.
Nova is so, like, she's just so smart, dude. Like, she's just so smart. She's kind. She's just, like, with it. She's just got, like, that intuition, like, and I really feel like because you guys like don't hold back, you're just very upfront about it. And I just want to tell you, like, that is something that I really enjoy like watching, because the last time, that not this last episode, right, but the one before, when you were talking about Butch and you were trying to explain to her, right, and in a way that she would understand why Butch isn't like in their lives, or why he hasn't been in their lives, and how she was just so empathetic and so understanding and willing to be like, hey, but you know what? Like, maybe you should reach out to him, and like maybe he should hang out with us. Like,
Yeah.
good for you.
Thank you. I mean, listen, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Like we're raising kids is just wild as hell. But I feel like with Nova specifically, like I just knew from day one, like I'm not going to, like stifle her curiosity. Like, so I've always explained things to her at a child appropriate level. If she wanted to know why the stars are shining, we're gonna YouTube it. If I don't know the answer, we're gonna figure it out together. Like, I'm just like always been like, let's I always want to like encourage her curiosity. So people always, like I get a lot of hate because I talk about, certain things in front of her, or, maybe I'm talking about stuff that, is not her age. People think
Yeah, I'm not
like,
gonna lie. I
don't
did
agree.
mention that in my video.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was like,
Really?
damn.
I
How
know
old
we
is
ain't your
Nova?
favorite. I know.
Wait, how old is Nova?
She's 10.
Yeah, I was like, this conversation for a 10-year-old. Hey,
What
your
were we
grandpa's
talking
in
about?
jail. Da, da, da. I'm like, whoa,
Oh,
whoa, whoa.
I mean, hey, I honestly feel like, why would I rob her of the dignity to learn something that day? I mean, I can explain it in a child level. I'm not going to go into details, but I feel like when she responded back to me and said, well, if he wasn't sick, I bet you he wouldn't do those things. And I'm like, boom, that's it. Addiction. You're
Right.
totally right. Like that's, and that's her childlike level of understanding. And I was good with it. And I was like, great, and maybe you'll ask me the same question when you're 12 and we'll have a different answer. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's
But
almost
for
like she's
that,
been
yeah.
here before. Like her spirit.
No, really. It's
Yeah.
like this is like she's had like multiple lives, that she is just so in tune and just so understanding. It's crazy. She's wise beyond her years, and it's when people say that, it's truly because they believe that their souls have already lived like
Yeah.
all these lives before. So no,
I mean, everyone parents differently.
yeah.
I wouldn't have that conversation with a 10-year-old, but everyone's different. It is what it is.
So laughing.
Naomi's like, you're crazy as hell.
No, that's crazy to me. Because like certain conversations, my parents did wait till I was older so I could handle it. But at the same time, you see, Nova feels like, you know what I mean? Like she's smart, she's mature, like she understands what's going on. So it's just different.
Did you ever question your parents? Like, are you bullshitting me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But I waited till I got older though. Like,
Yeah.
because I have Haitian parents, they don't play about that.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But when I turned 18, they were dropping some family secrets. I'm like, whoa.
And I was very like opposite. Like I grew up with my grandparents, and I grew up with the oldest one that had like 13 siblings. So I knew everything. I knew stuff I wasn't supposed to know, right? But I was also in a place where like my mom was like an addict. My dad was hardly around, So I felt like had somebody, right, like Tyler, had somebody just told me up front, then it would have been so much easier. Granted, I've learned things along the way. Luckily, I didn't hit a few rocks on the way to growing up, but I just feel like had I had someone to just be upfront and honest and help guide me to understand, then experiences would have been different. But everybody's life is different, right? Everybody's life is different. Everybody's story is different, and clearly, whatever you and Kate are doing are working for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for as far as me, it's like hey, listen, I will never rob her of not learning something. If she's curious to learn, we'll learn. I mean, she asks questions. I totally let her guide the whole thing. I don't ever I think people get it messed up where they're like, oh, you guys talk about Carly all the time. It's like we really do not. It just so happens the cameras are there and they like to cut to kids, and it's not as often as I think people think it is. But even when we do, it's always child driven. I never like, hey Nova, hey, you got a sister out there. It's like it's always Nova saying something or asking us a question, and I always answer it honestly. I just feel like what I'm doing a disservice to my child by lying by omission. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna say, okay, you're a kid. Let me explain to you on a level I think you can understand. And if you don't understand, we're gonna keep conversating until you understand it. Right. Or until sometimes Nova will ask me one question. I'm like, oh great, we're gonna be here for 30 minutes talking, and then I give her one answer, and she's like, oh okay, and she walks away. I'm like, all right, that was way easier than I thought. So it just depends.
You know what I don't like is, first of all, I want to make something very clear. So I'm gonna put you in timeout so you can learn your little lesson. I don't like when people assume that somebody is gay or like talk crap about people that are gay. I'm gay. Okay? I'm gay. Like, I don't like those comments. Those comments are nasty. Like, grow up. So don't like
I've been hearing it. Honestly though, Ray, I've been hearing that my whole it just doesn't
like it. I don't like it. It's like grow up. Like grow up.
I mean, I've been hearing it my whole life, so it's no effect to me. And it's funny because I get what you're saying. I know what you're talking about. I get it. Okay. I'm not an idiot. I'm not naive. I was raised by all women. I know my mannerisms are not, I don't have the whatever you would label as like this.
You're just more in tune with your feelings than majority of men, and women probably feel threatened by that.
I mean, I don't really know, but all I know is I'm not this curious about anyone else or this obsessed about anyone else. But hey, if you want to like take all these things, but I also feel like it does bring up a good part like that. I think society needs to still got a lot of work to do. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta well, you're pinpointing these stereotypes with certain things that just aren't making any sense. Like, I never told Noah she couldn't play with dinosaurs. I never told. I just like, why are we doing this? Like, these labels ain't helping nothing. It's only creating more division, and it's only creating more, damaging speculation, which makes no sense. And it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things where when people say shit, you're just like, God, we're still there. We're still doing this. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
2025. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't like it. So really quick, I do have a question for you because Naomi and I, like I said, we talked about you like in the latest episode that we did, right? The podcast that we did. And one of the things that I was actually curious about was, or that I mentioned, right, was that when you guys are being filmed, or majority of the time, are they like questioning you about Carly to where you don't have a choice to answer these questions? Like, what is happening during that time? Right, where because clearly they're focusing it on this specific topic because this is how you guys got on the show initially.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen. Anytime that you're seeing us like talk about it intensely, it's never like, it's always producer driven. They always want to say, how would this feel? And honestly, for the first couple. Well, yeah, especially after the adoption closed. Now they're really like, so what's going on? And we're over here like, listen, we've spoken our truth. Like, we're done. Like, let's, you know what I mean? You can tell they're still like, me. They want to like keep going with it. But
they're forcing a storyline.
Yeah, and so for us, it's like, we're kind of just like, listen, like, honestly, even the first couple seasons, like, we got so tired of it because we'd be like out to eat and they'd be like, imagine if Carly was like sitting here with you guys eating. It's like, dude, like, I don't know. It was just one of those things where it's like, God damn. Like, and when they picked us to do it, me and Kate both said, "Are you sure we're not parenting? Like, why are we on this show? Like, what are you doing?"
Right.
Yeah.
There was 2 other girls besides us that it just didn't make any sense. And then they, so we were always confused every season. They're like, we're doing another season, and we're like, "Are you sure?" Like,
Oh, you guys
what?
want us?
Like, all right. I mean, okay.
Are you
That's-
allowed to deny talking about it? Like if they're asking you to talk about it, can you say no?
Oh yeah, we've done it multiple times. We're like, listen, we're moving on, and like they'll keep
Okay.
probing. I mean, it's their job. I mean, again, I'm not hating on them. This is your job. You're a producer. You probe. But when we try, I think what the biggest problem I think for us, honestly, is when we want to show Veda doing gymnastics or something, and they act like they're interested in that, but then it doesn't make it on the show, and they're not, and it's like, dude, Nova's cheer stuff, or like normal stuff that we do as parents every day that we're like, hey, and I'm not a producer, so I'm like, I don't know what's interesting to you people or not. I'm just trying to, get
Like,
you
I'm
to
just living my life.
yeah, like see the real, like, school drop off and just normal stuff. And I feel like every season it's just like none of that stuff ever makes it to air. And I'm like, wow, you air the one time 5-minute conversation we have about
Right.
something, and we filmed, a month worth of other stuff. Like, what? It doesn't make any sense.
I know
But-
that you guys are probably like overwhelmed with the show, and you guys just had your podcast coming out, right? So if you guys have not, it is a really good podcast. Like, I enjoy listening to it, but it's the
Thank you.
Kate and Ty break it down. So I'm over here like your little advertisement. But would you be in trouble for doing so? You know how Janelle does like her own like little like YouTube shit, like her own like little story or vlog or whatever? Would you
I
guys
don't know anything.
be like in trouble for doing that if you guys did like your own? That way it was like you guys are kind of controlling that in a sense, if that makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
Cheyenne
we're,
does it.
yeah, we're allowed to do that. I guess we could go on YouTube and stuff. I just feel like I don't know. I'm like, we and Kate, we'll look at ourselves and like, dude, why? I don't think we're that interesting, but I feel like with the YouTube thing, it's like, I mean, I wouldn't want it to be like, I guess I'd want it to be a like specific shot, a specific way. I wouldn't want it to feel like kind of like Teen Mom. I want it to feel like pretty raw, like maybe one camera or something cool, like like an old dad at the fucking amusement park filming his kids, that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
but honestly, I feel like with the podcast and stuff, me and Kate, we obviously film each episode, so I feel like it's a good, like, that's another little good, people can kind of see us outside of the show in our own world, really, and like how we really are on Patreon. So I feel like that's kind of the first full step. But hey, if Patreon keeps growing, podcast keeps growing, YouTube's next, just keep going up.
I'll be your producer. I got you.
Hired.
She said you're hired.
Fire.
Did you have any other, like, I know Tyler, like, I know there were some questions, Naomi, that you had, and Tyler, you wanted to like address that. I don't know if y'all want to.
No, hey, I'm an open book.
I don't have any questions.
Nope.
Well, it's just gonna be the same thing we've been going back and forth on earlier, where it's like, instead of approaching it from the perspective that Teresa and Brandon are insecure about the open adoption and stuff like that, did y'all ever think about approaching it from the perspective that maybe Carly is feeling insecure, or like with her growing up, having different ideas in her head, like, maybe she didn't want to see you guys just, like, it's not all on Brandon and Teresa, but it's maybe with Carly?
Oh yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like that's a natural thought I think all birth parents have, because I think in reality, birth parents are like, listen, what can we do better? What are we doing wrong? How can we, like, you know what I mean? I think we're constantly kind of trying to make sure that that's like always good. So, when me and Kate talked about it, and I think one thing that confuses me, and maybe this is just because this is what I would do, but I don't need to lie for my kids. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, oh my God, Nova doesn't want to talk to my dad, as an example. I'm going to say, and she says, hey, I don't want to hurt, Grandpa's feelings. And I'll say, oh, don't worry, Dad will handle it. And then I'm going to go to my dad, and I'm going to say, listen, she don't want to hurt your feelings, but she doesn't want to see you or talk to you. Do you understand? and I'm the dad, so you got to go through me to, I would, like, I definitely wouldn't be like what people are like, oh, we got to be the bad guy. No, you need to be the truthful guy, not the bad guy. That's not what kids need. Kids need honesty. They need you to be honest and forthright with your your how you're going to defend them and protect them. And I just feel like as a parent, as an adult to another adult, I'm going to tell the kid I handle it, but I'm going to tell the adult, like, hey, like, this is what it is. Like, she's having a hard time. She doesn't like this. It's hard for her. She doesn't want to have any more contact, but that's where we're at. And if, of course, as a parent to another parent, I'd be like, I'll don't worry about it. Like, you can keep writing, texting me. I'll let you know she's good. You know what I mean? I would be open. I would just communicate. And I feel like, I don't know why that's so difficult.
But can we agree that everyone parents differently?
Oh yeah, and we definitely.
So, for example, like if my kid comes up to me and tells me, "Hey, can you please keep this a secret? I don't want you to tell this thing." Like, I'm gonna respect her wishes. So if Carly goes up to Brandon and Therese, oh, go ahead.
To keep the secret.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
if Carly goes up to Brandon and Teresa and says, "Hey, I don't want to visit them this year, but can you keep that between us?" I would take being the bad guy to protect my daughter's feelings.
So see, and that's where I would be like, listen, she told me not to tell you because she's so scared to hurt your feelings. So I guess for me, because she's a child, we're the adults. I mean, I get your whole thing of keeping the secret, but I just don't think that's really. I'm going to do what I think is helpful for her, which is I need this other adult to be transparent with the other adult and say, hey, listen, she's really afraid to hurt your feelings. She
is it helpful for her or for you?
I think it's helpful for her because then that's how we can kind of create this connection to make sure it stays, the way it's supposed to be and open and honest and transparent. I will be agreed upon and, whatever. I mean, I guess, yeah. I get your approach of saying you're going to prioritize keeping a secret than prioritize the honesty part. And I think I'm going to prioritize the honesty part, and my child can sit there and believe that I kept the secret or whatever. And because we're the adults and we can handle it.
Okay. Well,
I was just going to say, like, do you think it's just because, like, at the end of the day, right, your kid, I understand what Naomi's saying in the sense of, like, you want to make sure that your child can trust you with their thoughts or with their feelings.
Yeah, because my parents did that to me. Like, they could not keep a secret for shit. I'm cursing. But they could not keep a secret, and I hated that. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people feel the same way I do. Like, they hated that they can't tell their parents something because they know they're not going to keep the secret. They're going to tell somebody else.
But do you think?
Well, I guess, yeah. But I understand that in order for the child to know that you broke the secret, I guess one of those adults will have to betray that child in order, or else the adults are going to be the adults, and we're going to say, "Hey, okay, I get it. Oh my God, don't want to hurt her. I'll take a step back, whatever." And of course, I would trust the other adult to keep protect the child. She's scared to hurt your feelings. Me and you are the adults, though, so we're gonna, I'm telling, like, that's that's how I would do it. But like you said,
but it's like, why even take the risk of her potentially finding out, though? Especially because you guys are on TV, it might slip out of nowhere, like just by accident. Oh, no.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That comes into trust with the other adult. Hey, are we gonna do this together, or what's the deal? I mean, that's, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. That's what I would do.
Right.
Sorry, I'm reading off the comments because they're, like, too much. Yeah, no, I agree.
Are people mean? Are people being mean? Are
don't,
they mad
don't
at
read,
me?
No, don't read the comments. Leave it on.
No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it because I mute people. I put them in timeout because when they start acting like children in the comments and wilding out, like, it gets to become too much. And then people start arguing. It just becomes nasty. Like, if you're gonna be nasty and whatever, like, do that, like, somewhere else. Nobody has time for that.
Right.
Like, I don't want that bad energy in here. So, in regards to, let's say that Teresa and Brandon said, look, Carly told us, right? And this was something that she wanted to keep between us. However, I think it is imperative for you to be aware because this is something that she is feeling very strongly about. Do you think, right, that you would be able to take a moment to have a year so that she can figure life out, and then after that year we can reevaluate. Would that happen?
God, in a heartbeat. Listen, my whole thing is, I said it from the beginning, I only want what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
In order for me to know what she wants, I need communication from the only people that know what she wants, if she can't speak for herself. And that's just, I mean, that's the position I'm in.
Yeah. And I think, and Naomi and I both said this, like, the main person that we should hear from, right, is Carly, and we can't hear from Carly because she's not engaged for us to hear from, right?
So and right now it's just a whole bunch of assumptions.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like honestly, that's where the hypocrisy I see on this app is, because you guys are spending time speculating, assuming, making pretty damaging accusations that could not be true. And it doesn't make any sense. So why are we speculating if we don't know? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, I mean, I get that we're on TV and people want to, but it is real life, and people, I don't know. I just feel like it's like, well, then what are we doing? Because honestly, you're complaining about me, just talking about my adoption, but you're making 130 videos about it. I haven't made any. Like, what? So I'm very confused. I don't understand. But like I said, that comes to society kind of placing people that into characters, like in a story that they can kind of criticize, judge, or whatever, which is understandable. I sign up for. I get it. But when it comes to speculations and accusations, it's just like, who is that helping, and what is the purpose of that?
Right.
If we're all worried about the child here.
Yeah, I hear it. Meanwhile, Tyler doesn't have time to talk about Carly because he's too busy beefing with some people on TikTok.
Well, and to be honest with you, we made a conscious decision that after we said our truth, that's it. We're done. I mean, I don't have to sit here and all I can do is share my experience as as a birth parent, really. I mean, so like I said, people on TikTok are talking about it more than I am at this point. I mean, there's no competition.
So when did you guys make that decision? Like, what made you come to that choice?
Oh, I think it came down to the point of like, okay, there's nothing else more for us to say. We've said what we had to say, and people are going to either, listen to learn, or just listen to us and say, no, I don't believe them. That's fine. I mean, that's totally valid. But there's nothing else to really add to it besides, how we feel as birth parents. And honestly, the stuff that's being aired, people need to understand this was filmed 7-8 months ago. Yeah. So it may be releasing now, but that stuff happened so long ago. So I mean, yeah, there's stuff that's coming out that I'm not in control of. I'm not in control of what was previously recorded and said. I don't have control like that. And that was in the middle of high intense emotional times. And yes, things are said and truths are revealed, and like this podcast tomorrow is going to have a lot of information in it. The one with Jordy Cray. So, and that was in the middle of the height of all this stuff happening. So, but from here on out, I mean, this is it. I'm talking about adoption. People don't like that either. I'm talking about, education, and they keep taking what I'm saying about education. They're saying, you are talking about, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about adoption, but you guys are going to continue to kind of like, it's almost like they're so obsessed with having this narrative in their head that they want to hate me so bad that they're willing to just ignore certain things and then make it how they want it to be, because they don't want to challenge their own mindset to maybe think something else. So it's really weird. Like it's like, damn, this culture is toxic as hell.
Yeah, and I think it's really funny how people say like silly comments like, we're not going to talk about it, but we're talking about it.
I just see that comment.
I turn them back on, and you see, this is why. Because, yes, we are talking about adoption in itself. We're talking about it as a whole. Like, when Tyler brought up Carly, it was because we asked him questions about the Carly situation.
Yeah, he didn't bring it up at all.
So I think that it's so funny because people want to see things from their mind, because I truly feel like you and Kate are on a double-edged sword. Like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, and it really doesn't matter. And so I do understand why you're saying, like, at the end of the day, like, this is what we're trying to do because we still want to educate people. And I think that that's a great thing to do. Continue to educate people, right? And continue to bring people on your podcast, have people share your stories, good or bad or whatever, and be able to move on from that. Yeah, like I mean, if people want to hate, people are going to hate regardless. It doesn't matter. And people will hate you for breathing. So
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like for me, like if the all eyes are on me right now, even if the eyes are full of hate, the eyes are on me, so I have one shot to get this information out there while people are listening. I don't want to waste an opportunity. So if they want to equate me giving this information as bashing her parents or whatever you want to call it, it's like, actually that's you though. You're taking what I'm saying and attaching it to this, preconceived ideology you have in your head about this whole thing. I'm just talking about statistics and facts about adoption that really clearly you don't like listening to or hearing, because you're reacting with visceral, and it's like, Jesus, like, oh my God, I didn't mention them. I didn't mention any of those people. You did. You brought Carly into this conversation. I didn't say nothing about her. So I feel like people are kind of like, they're so obsessed, like I said, with hating on this thing and going with their stuff, that they're kind of not realizing that they're becoming exactly what they claim to hate so much. And it's like, you guys, you're perpetuating this more than I am.
The same person that said this says, well, I was just commenting on it. I didn't realize you prompted him to talk about it. And it's exactly that. People are so busy to attack without really knowing the entire story or the entire aspect. Like, I really truly believe that if people just sat back and chilled, like you, Tyler, you haven't said a bad thing since we talked about Brennan or Teresa, like at all. Like at all. You haven't said anything bad thing about it. You said that you were willing to hear them out if this is what Carly wanted, to be able to speak with, to speak to you about it, to be able to move forward and go from there. Now, I hope, and like I said, I just hope this is why I don't leave the comments on.
I don't even read the comments.
Like, I don't either.
Well, I read the comments. That's why I get in so much trouble.
Right. But even me, I don't really care about the hate comments. It is what it is.
That's crazy. People are crazy.
They're gonna say stuff anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say something, but I don't want you to get offended, Tyler.
No. Listen. You can't offend me, Naomi. Okay, go ahead.
So don't you feel like it's kind of throwing rocks and hiding your hand? When you say, oh, I didn't speak negatively about Brennan and Teresa, you're the one that's bringing them up. But saying that they closed the adoption is kind of indirectly saying, like, talking about them essentially.
Oh, well, I think we've been talking about the adoption for 15 years, and no one had a problem with that at all until I said it was closed. They did something that closed it out, and everyone's like, whoa, how dare you? And I'm like, what? Whoa, I mean, that the truth to me is not throwing stones. I mean, if you want to take that information and claim it as me bashing them or whatever, I mean, I guess I'm not here to convince you otherwise. What I'm here to do is share this whole adoption story, which we've been doing for the past 15 years. So I told you every year when it was open, I let you in on every single visit. When it was all great and everything was going good, you guys were like, this is so beautiful, everyone loves it. And then the moment that we talk about our feelings as birth parents or how it's hard or sad or whatever, and that, it got closed, everyone's like, well, how dare you? And it's like, where was this energy the last 15 years?
She said,
No, because I don't want to keep going back and forth. Like, I have a lot of thoughts in my head. I'm like, let me let it go. It is.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm here. I'm here.
He's like, this is my hop time, girl. I hopped on to answer these questions.
Because I feel like where the shift happened is that we've been hearing your side for all this time. And then when Kate started crashing out, I believe that happened around September when they denied the visit. It was kind of like, oh, like, why did she react this way? You know what I mean? Like, she could have just let it go and then get the visit next year.
Well, I think it's interesting because, so it was her expressing, oh my God, I'm really disappointed this hurt so bad that the visit didn't happen this year. It would be the same thing. No one would be mad if she said, oh my God, I'm so excited to have a visit next year. It's not happening this year, but I can't wait for next year, which would be, obviously dismissing her feelings about it, but just put on a happy face. No one would have a problem with that.
I think even if she would have, what's the word? Like, spoke about it in a different way. Like, instead of
that's what I'm saying.
Brennan and Teresa just saying, oh, go ahead.
No, no, and I think that's important because what you're saying is that you didn't say it in the way that sounded good to me when I think about adoption and what this whole situation is. You said it in a way that, ooh, made me feel, ugh, and that bothered me. So that kind of conflicted with my preconceived idea of what this all is. And so I think that's what that's what it comes down to is that, it's like, ooh, hey, we don't go there. You stay silent when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's what birth parents are kind of expected to do. So we're kind of used to it.
Well, I don't think staying silent, but still, like, for example, remember that video I did that you commented on?
That's because I really do be chewing my lips. So Caitlin's over here like.
Remember that video I posted when you said something that refers to a woman cow?
Bruh.
Oh, god damn that happened.
Bruh.
Okay.
Yes.
Bruh.
So things can be said in a different way, and it'll cause a different reaction.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I completely take accountability for the delivery, of course, all the time.
Exactly. So delivery does matter.
Delivery definitely matters. Okay. I just feel like if what she said in the post bothered anybody, I would like to point out where that is. Where is it in her post where she said, I'm upset, it doesn't feel like love to me, this adoption's hard with birth parents, whatever it is, where is it is like, hey, that's off limits. You can't say
I don't remember. I don't exactly remember the post, but I think what got everyone's attention was the text messages. When they were seeing, y'all essentially blowing up Teresa's phone, they were like, God damn.
Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. It's actually a great point. Let's elaborate. So when Teresa said, hey, we're not talking to you no more. That's it. We're closing the adoption, whatever. Kate responded and said, you have every right to do that. But I made a promise to Carly, so I'm going to be sending updates to your phone in her name, and you can choose to read them to her or not as, her parent, whatever. And so that's when Kate started directing the messages saying, dear Carly, like, hey, whatever, here's the updates, here's the stuff going on. And honestly, I think it comes down to someone's perception of too much. So is twice a month too much? Is once a month too much? Is once every 3 months too much? That's really, I think that's where it comes down to the conflict of, hey, that seems weird, that doesn't seem weird. So I guess it just depends on how that normal communication usually is, which, by the way, people don't know the truth. They don't know if Brand and Teresa text us every once a week, so for people to just go off like, whoa, well, you don't know what normal communication pattern is. So, like I said, so it's like, oh, it looked crazy because obviously she's not responding. That's all blue. But so I guess people's perception, it's up to them. Hey, if you think twice a month is too much, then or 26 times in total in a year, that's your perception. It's valid. I mean, I don't agree, but hey.
Yeah, I definitely, it was given too much.
Oh, yeah. So your opinion is 24 text messages a year is too much. 26.
God. Oh well, twice a month. Not that
or
bad.
26 times in a year.
It's not that
365 days and 12.
But I guess for me, the way I would do it, especially not to impose on their parenting, I would probably do every holiday. I think that's a fair amount.
We messaged more than that throughout the whole 15 years. I mean, Carly and Nova FaceTime before. So it's not like, I mean, it definitely was never like, 3 times a year max, so, but like I said, people don't know those details. They're just assuming on a screenshot of a TV going, whoa, it's a lot of blue. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
Is it okay if I ask, how's the relationship? Is it okay if I ask, how's the relationship between Carly and your and Nova and them, the other kids?
I mean, everything seemed. I mean, like I said, I only know when we have visits and stuff like that. But when they talk to each other, whatever. But it seemed great. I mean, from what I witnessed, I mean, it was really beautiful, to be honest. I mean, they just like clicked immediately, and I don't know if that's just like a sibling thing. I don't know if that's a lot of genetic mirroring, because even a lot of adoptees don't usually have full-blooded siblings. A lot of times it's half, and so. I think it's a big deal for adoptees to have that genetic mirroring. It's super important to even developing brain as they grow. So I think for her, it just seemed very natural. She's very nurturing. The girls gravitated towards each other.
No.
And as parents, you're just kind of like, I'm just gonna step off to the side and just watch, because this is like, I don't even like. It just was, yeah, it was really special to see.
Like a full circle moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why not getting the visit hurt you a little bit more, especially seeing how Nova reacted to not being able to see her that year.
I mean, honestly, it's always a little disappointing when we have to tell Nova that it's not happening, because it's happened multiple times. So in each age, she's 2 years later, it's like, well, it's not happening. It's not happening. So I mean, it's one of those things that I think as birth parents that you just kind of have to deal with when you have children post relinquishing. You have to explain to your kids, and that's why even a lot of adoptees, they end up getting older and having their own children, and that's the first genetic mirroring they've ever seen in their whole life, and it's very powerful for them to have their own biological children. And they actually consider those children to be second generation adoptees, because then that adoptee goes, hey, why does grandpa have red hair? It's a thing where it's like, now I got to answer, oh shoot, now I got to, it's a very kind of like domino effect that it has.
Okay.
Can I want to, now that this is already like out, right? I want to be able for people to hear it from you, right? Hear it from the horse's mouth. So clearly the photo of Carly came out, right? Naomi and I have not shared it. We like refused to be a part of that mess, because that's ridiculous. But how did you guys feel when that came out?
I mean, honestly, like I got like emotional. I was just very disturbed, and I like wrote as many people. I mean, honestly, anytime I seen it, report. I mean, I just disappointed. Like I said, like, and some of these pages were the same exact pages telling us that we're horrible people for just talking about it, and you're sharing a picture of her. Like, this is not okay. Like, I don't know why you would do something like this. I mean, it's just like, it makes me kind of upset, only because like it goes to show, look at how pop culture and gossip obsessed the society's become, because everyone feels that their opinion is necessary to the whole grand scope story of things. They have to get that out there. My opinion is so necessary that I'm willing to kind of throw my morals to the side in order to get it out there. That's disturbing, especially when you're talking about a minor and this whole thing happening. And like I said, I totally understand that people are going to say it's my fault. And if as a birth parent who happens to be on TV, if that makes it easier for you to accept it, that's my fault, I mean, go for it. But I'm telling you right now, I have reported that anything I see, I've written and DM these people saying, please take this down. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do this? And they write back saying, well, it's already out there, so what's the point? And I'm just like, wow, like, damn, like, what? Like, so in my head, I'm like, you guys, all you people commenting and sharing it, you're no better. You are no better. Like, you are literally, like, the hypocrisy is crazy to me. And it's just disappointing because we all know what the deal is. Like, I haven't shared a picture of her face since 11 years ago when I got in trouble for it. And it's like, damn, like, it's just unfortunate. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, that's what I was essentially trying to explain to you. Social media 10 years ago is not the same today. So I understand that you really want to share your story and help other adoptees and, birth parents who are going through the same situation. But because of how diabolical the internet is, that's why I was telling you to be wary of what you talk about on the internet.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, I totally agree that I have to be cautious about what I talk about on the internet. For me, it's almost like if I tell the truth, I'll never have anything to hide. I never got any questions to be answered, and that's the safest. That's the safest way I can do it. That way I don't gotta double down and lie and make sure everything's covered. It's like, this is what it is. I've been doing this for 15 years. Social media has changed a lot, and I mean, I would hope that the morals of people would override their obsessive need to gossip and culture and spread and whatever. But unfortunately, we live.
No, it's even getting worse, especially when people see how much money they can make on social media. Yeah. People are extremely desperate. They'll do anything to get a view. So that's why even me myself, I don't post my kids on here because I know how the internet is, and they'll talk crazy about your kids and everything. They've been leaking people's addresses. Like it's insane on the internet nowadays.
Yeah, I like Naomi was saying the other day how like there's somebody that can find your like location just by looking at like your background.
Just by your background. So that's why I understand your feelings. I completely understand getting that adoption closed, how that must hurt. But it's like, at what cost do you want to share your story when people can do stuff like this?
Well, I think for me, it comes down to, are we comparing sharing my story versus sharing just adoption stuff in general? So I think what it comes down to is people, are you going to take my information and data and education and awareness or whatever and keep twisting it to bring my story into it, which we're trying to avoid, or not? And I feel like, what am I supposed to do if I share a statistic about, how much adoptive parents pay for babies? They're like, stop talking about your adoption. It's like, whoa, I didn't say anything about that. You did. So I feel like, I don't know. It just creates a different, kind of a difficult position to be in. Cause after 15 years, that's all we've been talking about. That's all anyone's been talking about.
Right. Because you're also in a unique situation. Because, for example, if nobody knew who Brendan and Teresa was, they've never seen Carly, then that would be a total different story where you can constantly talk about it online. Because nobody knows who the adoptive parents are. People don't know who the adoptee is. But because you're such a unique situation where they know their whole first and last name and stuff like that, like people might know them personally, who might have a little beef with them and, they want to retaliate. So you never know.
Yeah, this world is crazy.
It's sad. I think it's just like sad, and it really like angered me. Like to see her face on social media, like that angered me because I thought, like Tyler, Caitlin, Teresa, Brandon, they had all agreed we're not going to show her face on social media anymore. They left it at that. You could show the back of her, face, whatever. They did that. They were following those rules, doing what they had to do. And the fact that people went so far, and it's so funny because people say that these are fans of Tyler's and Caitlin's. And one thing that is funny is that at the end of the day, like if you were truly a fan of Caitlin and Tyler, you wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like people, no, definitely not. But like I said, right now, I don't think we have any fans right now. So I mean, everyone hating, it's okay. But I think try to keep the innocent people out of it as much as possible. I mean, listen, like I said, I can't control what was filmed and what you guys are watching in real time. Like out in the outside of TV world. But from here on out, when I share adoption facts and statistics and try to spread adoptee voices and elevate their stories, I just don't think it should be hit with so much, personal back. It's like, dude, I'm not going that route. You are. So I think it's time for people to just take some introspection, look at their intentions behind what they're doing. Are you more obsessed with hating on me versus just listening to learn? Or, we got to choose how you want to do this.
Right.
Yeah. This was fun.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought it was good. I had a good time. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, you did a great job.
This was fun. I'm glad that we were able, because I don't think it's not easy for a lot of people. Hey, I love you too, Heather. I don't think it is easy for a lot of people to have adult conversations. Like, I don't think it is easy for a lot of people to not agree on a lot of stuff and be able to still be amicable, right, at the end of a conversation.
Right.
And so I think that just goes to show character. But this was so much fun. But I do have to ask, okay? Have you been watching, Tyler, the Amber rants on TikTok?
No, listen, I'm barely on TikTok. Like, I'm not
Girl,
even.
You better get your friend.
but I do know that, like, I mean, the last thing that happened, the last scene that I saw, that where I just was like, all right, I'm not. She said something like at dinner or birthday, and I don't watch the show. I don't watch like TikTok lives. I mean, I see random clips, and what I'm seeing, it ain't good. What I'm seeing is not good. What I'm seeing, I do not condone. What I'm seeing is, it just ain't good. It's not good, and there's no
Are y'all
way.
still friends?
I mean, I haven't talked to Amber in I don't even know how long. I mean, I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, right at this moment, she's went online and said something. Apparently, said something like,
He flipped you guys off.
yeah, or something like that. I mean, I don't read too much into it, but I mean, when someone flips you off, you think you're friends? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
No, because a lot of people were mad with you because y'all were still friends with her, even though like she's a really bad mom, essentially.
So that's kind of weird because I feel like, you're mad at me because I'm friends with someone you don't like or you think is a bad mom. I mean, friend is a very kind of a nuanced term. I mean, she lives a state away. I see her once a year, if that, for work. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't communicate, like, none of that stuff. So,
Right.
and honestly, you know what's crazy about MTV is they never aired any of the conversations that Kate and Macy had with Amber, like really telling her like you need to step up, you need to like show Leah that you're worthy, like you need to be consistent, like you got a lot of damage repair to do, and like they didn't air any of that, and I'm like, damn, like they really just want to show like it. I get it, they're producers, they got to make the story. One side agrees with it, one side doesn't. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's like, damn. I mean. And honestly, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens later on in the season where we have honest conversations with Leah, and she hopefully they air it. Like I said, hopefully they air it. I mean, I don't know if they will or not because they like to keep the division.
I did see people were like calling you shady because you were like, well, Ryan didn't buy like Bentley's car, and I was like, I don't think that he was trying to be shady.
Wait, what'd I say?
I was like, I think he was genuinely like.
I think that's a great assumption, though.
Yeah.
No, what I say?
In the show, so you were with Tyler, right? Or you were Taylor. You were Taylor.
Okay, yeah.
You guys were like playing what's it called?
Cornhole.
Cornhole.
Yeah.
You guys were playing cornhole, and Taylor was saying how he and Macy and Ryan and Amanda, right? They had all gone to go get Bentley the car, and you were like, yeah, but Ryan didn't pay for the car. Like, he didn't put in for the car. And Taylor was like, yeah, he did. He put half in, and Macy put the other half. And people were calling you so shady.
I'm not gonna lie, I assumed the same thing.
Oh no, because I was like, when he told me that he paid half, I said, yes, about time, Ryan, yes, like yes, yeah. And then
I assumed the same thing. I'm like, okay, Ryan got a little bit of money. Okay, I haven't seen him a day in my
What's
life.
funny is I said this when it happened. I said Ryan paid half, Macy paid half. I said this from the get, and everybody was like, "You're a liar. You don't know." Blah blah blah. Right? And
no,
so,
I was proud. I was happy. I said, yes, like
So,
Ryan,
okay.
be that.
So what you said in the show, or the way that they clipped it, was, but he didn't pay. he didn't actually pay for the car.
Well, honestly, I didn't know. I had no idea if he did at that point. So that's a genuine like. And then Taylor told me, and I was like, all right, like hell yeah.
I am so proud of his growth. Ryan has been putting in a lot of work. I am so proud of his growth.
Have you guys like got to hang out with like Ryan like lately? Have you guys been able to see them or?
No, me and Kate actually ran into him and Amanda at some restaurant in Chattanooga when we were getting breakfast. I was like, hey man, I know you. And he was like, hey,
Can I tell you guys what was funny was Amanda was like, she texts me and she says, oh my God, I see Kate and Ty and I want to take a picture. And I said, then go ask. And she goes, but I don't want to intrude.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like,
no, we saw her in the parking lot and she goes, oh my God. And she ran over to the driver's seat, like rolled down the window, grabbed Kate, gave her the biggest hug, and was like, oh my God, I love you guys so much, blah, blah. And I was like, Brian, hey, man.
That's so cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know, they was making you look like you were being super shady. And I did say, I was like, no, I think that was a genuine question. Like that wasn't.
Right.
Oh, I can't see. That's why I don't watch it. Because if I watch it, I'm gonna watch it. I'm like, see, that's crazy. I'm gonna go online and be like, that's wrong. They lied.
I can't remember what I saw. I mean, obviously it's all over the internet. So you guys saw like your part, the part that you had with Jordy Cray. I don't know if you guys are can tell us or not, but is that going to be coming up soon? Your guys' podcast?
Yeah, our podcast. Yeah, our podcast with Jordy Cray. The full episode's out tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
But
so
listen,
y'all-
I see that.
but listen, we're probably gonna get a lot of hate for it. Like I said, I just hope people understand that it was, this was filmed 8 months ago when it was, everything was fresh and yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I can't control what's already been filmed and what's recorded, but going, here on out, yeah, we're just gonna try to focus on adoption education and elevating these voices and hey, listen, the truth is out there, and so, I'm assuming the hate is not gonna end anytime soon, but I'm here for it.
Have any of your feelings changed since then?
Let's think. What was the last? I gotta listen to the whole thing, I guess, and be like, but
No, or even like what's been playing on the show. Like basically, since what happened in September, have any of your feelings changed? Like, you know what I mean?
honestly, not. I can't really think of anything that feels any different. If anything, which I know Ray knows, but we the more we learn, the more everything makes sense and it's kind of doesn't sit right with me. But yeah, if anything, it's gotten a little more like, oh shit, wow. So
yeah, I think if anything, you guys have just been able to see things from like a whole other perspective, right, than what you guys initially thought to begin with. Like, I think now that you guys have more the more information you have, it's kind of like when they say like, oh, do you really want to know that your man is cheating? Because once you find out, and it's kind of like in that sense of like now, since you guys really want to know, and now that you guys know.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like, obviously, people have their opinions about harassment and all that stuff, and I just feel like, nothing that we said when we were, angry and fresh, I take full accountability for it. Like I said, there's nothing I say that I'm not going to be like, yeah, I can take that, or that was wrong, or I could have been easier, could have been nicer. I feel like regardless, I could always work on my delivery, clearly, because I just be speaking too fucking fast. Oh, I swore. Oh, dang. TikTok. I thought you can't swear here, right?
No, you gotta be like, you have to have like rated G.
Hey, you know what's weird? So how come TikTok yells at me for saying certain words, but there's no monitoring in the comments? I mean, people can just rip you to shreds in the comments and say they're crazy.
You have to put a filter on it.
Oh, what? I don't
You
know.
have to filter your comments.
If I can't match your energy, then I'm gonna turn the comments off.
I got a filter on my comments. You're not about to talk to me crazy.
It's so funny because I'll tell people like, how are you? Because TikTok is like my little house, right? So how are you gonna walk into my house, spit on my floor, and then expect me to offer you something to drink? Like, man.
Right.
Yeah, but honestly, though, that's the thing about this new culture is that everyone believes that their opinion is so necessary that they gotta go publicly on live and just, or whatever, and just, this, I have to tell the world, this is how I feel about this random motherfucker. Oh, shit. Oh, see? Damn it. Don't be mad at me, TikTok, please. Oh, my God.
I mean, shoot, it's how we make our money.
Okay. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh,
As
long as you don't have like some like little red dot or something telling you something, then you're fine.
Okay, I don't got no red dot yet.
I mean, I curse like a sailor in my videos. I never get flagged.
I think it's so funny when like I think it's funny that Tyler's still trying to figure TikTok out. Like Kate has to help him with his TikTok. The one time when he tried to go on TikTok, he was like trying to figure it out, and she had to like turn the camera on for him, like show him how to add a guest. I was like, look at him learning.
I'm trying out here.
But this was fun. I really do like appreciate you, Tyler, for coming in and joining us, and hopefully.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, anytime. Like I said, I'm an open book. People don't like that. I obviously I'm too much, but hey, I'm always down to talk, answer questions, clarify. I mean, that's all I've been doing lately. So.
Anything else? We got anything else going on?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if you want to talk about the other topics that we had, but it's okay.
I didn't really. Okay, listen, I don't know when anything happened. I just saw the live. I said,
okay.
"Oh, Ray's loud," and then boom.
I think we talked about it. It was Farrah, Amber.
We spoke about Farrah. We spoke a little bit about Amber.
We had other topics that weren't Teen Mom, so
We had other topics that weren't Teen Mom, yeah. Like Regina Jenkins. Yo, I it's so funny because I don't think, do you guys ever watch, Tyler, like, do you guys ever watch, like, random TikTok drama or no?
No, I don't even come on here. When I come on here, I feel like it's World War III on here. I don't mess around with TikTok.
That is so funny.
no, good for you.
Yeah.
It's toxic out here.
Well, listen, had I not had a TikTok, I wouldn't even be talking to you guys right now. So
That's true.
I'm grateful for TikTok, you know, in that sense. I mean, my haters are gonna hate, but they keep on watching, and I'm sure it's the same.
Yeah, but I gotta give it to you, Ray. You're always listen. Your facts are always facts. I never hear you spreading misinformation. Like, you're always open to hear new information, and you're not afraid to correct yourself if need. Like, that's the whole point of like just if people are gonna come on here and make certain videos, like, and someone exactly the source is telling you that, hey, something you got in your video was wrong. Let me clarify. You got to take it, because you're the one putting it out there. So you have almost a little bit of a responsibility to, like, you don't want to be a unethical journalist. You want to have a little bit of journalistic integrity.
I read something, or I saw something online today that says if you don't have the receipts, like if you don't have the receipts yourself, like don't put it out there, because then you don't have anything to back it up with. Now, granted, I've seen receipts that I can't share. But
oh my god, when that Kail thing happened, people were sending me DMs. I was like,
with what?
I can't put this out there. With the Kail and Elijah.
Yo, I'm telling you. Have you
people
guys
who know the girl
Kail?
personally?
Is she okay?
We check on her all the time because we always talk. Yeah,
that's good. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at that no having an eyebrow girl.
Oh my god,
onto the TikTok.
Yo,
I was beefing with that girl. That girl said, I don't even know who you are, but bitch, you came into my TikTok. What do you mean you know who I am?
I was so mad for you. I was like, no, don't talk about my girl like that.
She said she don't even have any eyebrows, and meanwhile her seagulls are like struggling to keep together. I just don't come from me unless I send from you, okay? Like,
oh my god.
Yo, I was going in. But yeah, I was just like, oh no, like not this girl coming in, spreading some like false information to fit her narrative. Like, that's crazy, bro. I mean, to me, I think.
Oh, you don't believe her?
No.
Ooh.
No.
I'm not
gonna
gonna lie.
I made a YouTube as to why, and it was because there were things. Oh yeah, I called her a thing, and people freaked out. So.
No, you was dead ass wrong for calling her a thing, though.
What, you want me to call her a dumpster fire?
You have to call her a thing, man.
You said you it.
Bro, I didn't even do that. You see, I didn't even say that. I was just called her a thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I believe her.
This is what. Listen, I mean, obviously, I'm sure Caitlin and Tyler know the truth. I don't know. I obviously I don't talk to Kail, so I don't know.
Right.
But this is what I do know. Okay. When that girl said that she was dead in her sleep, like drunk. Okay, so your friend met up, but she met up with Elijah's brother, not with Elijah. Elijah's brother was straggling his little ass along because where's Elijah gonna go? Number two, you said that you was in the hot tub and that you filmed from the moment that your fucking eyes open to the moment that they close. So where's the hot tub scene, girl? Where is it at?
Listen, I don't even need the hot tub scene.
Bruh,
her holding his hand was enough for me.
Holding his hand?
You not finna hold my man's hand like that?
He didn't hold
his hand. Trying to show off his little Rolex.
She got his wrist. That was the other thing. She said it was a video, but she only got a clip of the video. So that she took a picture. Why didn't you show the video? You showed all the other videos. Why don't you show that one? What's the difference?
Oh no, man.
She didn't answer any of my questions. I had all these questions lined up and ready to go. She didn't answer a damn
right. That is a fair point, though. I get what you're saying, though.
You say you have all these videos. She said, "Oh, well, we was dancing in the club. He's over there dancing with his brother. Where were you, sis? You should walking it up on him. So where were you?" I'm telling you, like,
Oh my god, I'm learning so much right now. I'm like overwhelmed with all this information. I'm like, what is happening? Listen,
What-
all I'm saying, I can't say no speculation or nothing. All I know is being a married man with kids. I'm going back to the room. I'm not hanging.
Yes, okay.
I don't
You
care.
hear what I'm
I don't.
saying?
I don't care what's going on, bro. You want to do your bro? Go. I gotta go back to
Ain't-
the room and call my
Ain't
wife.
no two
I'm
man.
going to
Ain't
bed.
no
I'm
wingman.
out. I'm old. I can't be I can't be doing nothing. I gotta go home. I gotta go back to my
Yes.
room.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's
That's my only thing I can say. Like I said, I don't really know too much. I'm just saying. I'd be like, oh, we're gonna go hang out. No, I do not want to go hang out. I'm going back to my
Right.
room. I'm
Just
ordering
out of
food,
respect
I'm
for your
going to
girl.
sleep.
Ain't no two man, ain't no wingman. I don't want to hear none of that.
He
Like
was
the fact that she even got so close to grab his watch. No.
I'm going back to my room. I'm ordering room service, and I'm
Right.
going to sleep. Let me know how your night was, bro. That's what I would. That's all I'm saying.
I
all
would
I
question. I did say that. I said we wouldn't be having this discussion if he wasn't hanging around them to begin with. Like we wouldn't have been having that
Come
discussion.
on.
I did say that. I'm fair. I said
Okay.
it. It's just
Okay,
that.
I get your point. You get my point.
Yeah, it's just that trash bag came for me, so now I've got.
Oh.
Oh my lord.
I'm just saying.
You had to call her. But I heard she was trying to promote her little,
For corn.
her only friends.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. I gotta check out. Now, guys. Getting too crazy. It's been real. I love you both. That's great. I gotta go. Night night. Oh my god. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
It was so much fun. Thank you so much, Tyler,
Yes.
for joining us. It was so
Thank
much
you guys.
fun.
Listen, let's do it again. Get other TikTok haters on here too, and we'll talk. I'm down for it.
I'm down. But no worries. I know you struggle on TikTok, so I'll disconnect you.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
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 Bye. That was hella fun.
That was fun. I'm glad he came in. I'm glad he came in.
Right. Honestly, he's a real chill guy. I think he's a good guy.
He is. Like, he's so goofy. I think that's why,
Right.
like, I enjoy something. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell him and I forgot. So it was really funny because when we were watching the show, right? And he was wearing this, like, tight jean shirt. You know that tight jean shirt he was wearing? Like, on top of his other...
Right.
My wife was like, how long did it take him to put it on?
Got his nipples busting out the fucking...
Yeah, and then she says, how is he gonna take it off? Is he gonna Hulk it? And just
Oh my god.
I wanted to tell him about that and I forgot, but that was funny. My wife was like, how long did it take him to put that on? And how is he gonna take
That's why
that?
they be questioning him, because he be having them tight ass clothes on. You gotta breathe.
Oh, but it was so much fun. I'm glad that he joined because I know
it's
that
late.
you and I had some discussions about stuff and it's
How long
nice.
you been on here?
Girl, a minute. We've been on here for about an hour, a little over an hour.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad.
Oh, no,
Because I wanted to talk about the mom that's 26 years old with 6 kids and one on the way.
the one that lives in her apartment complex with all her kids.
Wait, what?
The Brazilian Jenkins?
No, it's a new lady,
A new lady?
26 years old with 6 kids, one on the way.
And how's she living?
House was dirty as hell, but she actually listens to the comments and she started cleaning the house, maybe try to get some views.
Bruh.
But I was so ready to defend her until I seen the way she was talking to her kids.
Mm-mm.
She literally wakes her kids up by yelling at them, "Get the F up!" Da, 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 like literally screaming at them.
With a camera in their face?
No, this is the worst part. She's screaming and then she's like looking at the camera like side-eyeing, like after she screams. She's like, "Ah!" And then she's like looking at the camera.
Bruh.
Like, she's so off.
Bruh, that is so bad.
She started having kids since she was 15. She had one at 15, one at 16, and one at 17.
Mm-mm. Wow, bro.
Oh my god.
So sad. So you know Brennan. Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know Brennan, He has his reality T page. Okay.
Right.
I know he's in here. Here we go. Reality T.
Yeah, he's here.
So I'm gonna. How come I can't pin his comment? Oh, because we're on the thing. So his thing is reality with an I, T News. So if you guys follow Brennan, he talks about like reality or Resilient Jenkins lady. Yo, that lady has like 6 kids. Okay, she just popped another one out. I know people are gonna be all upset because I said popped one out, but oh well. And she doesn't have they don't have their own room. The room that I guess she like, so she was living like in this apartment complex. Her kids were living outside, like not outside, I'm sorry. They were living in like like a bunk bed in the kitchen. At the time, one of them was sleeping on the floor in the living room, the other one on the couch, like all over the place. Yes, girl, it was a mess. And
the kids are outside on the floor?
Yeah, and not on the floor, I'm sorry, like in the living room and stuff.
Oh,
and
okay,
then,
okay.
And then her and her man are sleeping in a king size bed in the bedroom.
I think I've seen this guy. That's the dude who won't take off his headphones.
Yes, he's
all he do is play video games.
Somebody said they're in a hotel now, and it's so funny because you look at their views, bro, because they got kicked out or something like that. So they have so much views, you know, Naomi, like looking at their views and stuff, like and their algorithm, like all of that, like you know that they're making money, okay? Right. And the fact that you can't move your family out of that situation for a better life, like that's wild, bro.
I have a theory on that. Because you know that saying, like, bad press or all press is good press, whatever?
I think they're just like rape or rage bait.
I think it's rage bait. I think they're doing it on purpose. Like, I don't think they actually live in a hotel. They just maybe rent out a hotel to, like, get views or whatever. But there's a new mom on here who's 32 with 7 kids. And they're living in a hotel.
Why?
She's over here talking about, cook with me in my hotel room with my 7 kids. I'm like, nobody wants to cook with you in a... Like, what?
Oh, no.
Bro, this is child abuse.
I don't understand.
Like, why are they doing this?
And then it's so funny because, like, people... Like, I mean, listen, do we make money off talking about people? Yes. Yes, we do. Right? And it was so funny because I think that Brendan was talking about her, and like I was looking at his comments where people were like, well, you're making money off of talking about her, and I'm like, he sure is, because
right,
what is she doing to better her life?
Right.
That is crazy.
No, that's insane.
I can't.
You wanted to tell me about the nausea, what they're called?
Oh my god. Okay, so it's the nauseums. So I told you, so I think that that's also like a little bit of rage bait, because it's literally like they're in a relationship. It's 2 lesbians. They have 2 kids, one on the way, right? They have 2 boys. They said they're gonna have a daughter that's coming on the way, and that basically they make it seem like as if one of the girls is being verbally abusive to the other. And stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Whoa. So they're cosplaying trauma.
Basically, yeah. Now they have said that we've been on here for 90 minutes. TikTok already told me. So it said don't forget to take a break. But basically, like they've said, like they do for entertainment, people watch for the entertainment, like, and that's just what it is. But what's not fake is those tattoos that Nerali has.
I was just about to ask that. Are the tattoos real?
Those are real.
Why?
Bro, I don't know. It's just not something I would do.
There's not enough money in the world to make me do that. That's what I'm saying. People be doing anything for them goddamn views.
You'll never catch my wife's face on my face. No.
Did you know about that? Did you know about that incest couple?
What?
It's a brother and sister who had a baby together. They had another baby on the... Stop. And they have another baby on the way.
I'm like so disgusted.
And she has his name tattooed on her face.
Like they're legit related?
Huh?
They're like legit related?
Yes. Because at first, a lot of people thought they were lying, but then their parents came out and spoke about it.
I don't want to.
The dad is in jail, and he came out. First of all,
I'm so disgusted.
no, because they tried to lie and say they didn't know about it until she was already pregnant. But then the dad said that was a lie. Because how didn't you know about it when the son is a junior? He has my full name. So how did you know that wasn't your sibling? And y'all look alike, and y'all knew each other since y'all were kids.
I'm disgusted. I'm so disgusted.
I'm telling you, these people are crazy. She's so scared.
I'm so grossed out. Like, that is so gross. Like, if you...
I've seen a video of them kissing. I was like, no, I don't want to see this.
Please do not tag me. Please.
And they have OnlyFriends. Like, I don't know if I could say this, but he's basically posing as her PIM. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yup.
This is too much.
Oh, and then one more thing before we get off. Did you see Temptation Island? Like, how many episodes did you watch?
So, Naomi told me to watch Temptation Island, and at first it sounded like The Ultimatum. It's similar to The Ultimatum,
Right.
but basically it's about these couples where one of the people have cheated on the other, right? And so they go there. The men and women are separated, and they're living with a bunch of other females. You said it's like 12 of them or something.
Yeah, 12.
So I left off where the red lights were flashing.
Oh, when they had to go into the tent.
Yeah, but like the girls were already asleep when the second red light went off. So they don't.
Yeah.
So they only think one person cheated, and not that two people cheated.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. I still haven't finished it.
Oh my God. Yeah. You guys have to watch it. It is so good. Like, I was like, okay, like Naomi was telling me this. I was like, oh man, like this sounds like fire, right? This sounds like some good drama. And you know how I told you that my wife wasn't interested? Girl, when I tell you she was interested because it was cheating.
Right?
She was like, ooh.
Did you see the girl have an anxiety attack when she saw the light go off?
Yes.
She was like, no, I hope it's not my man in there. Oh, he was in there. No, he wasn't in there, but he was in that bathroom.
He was in that bathroom. And then you all you hear out of you can watch it on Netflix. All you hear in the bathroom is...
No, that show is diabolical. First of all, I didn't want to see that man's cheeks.
Bruh.
Like, why did they record them doing it in the shower?
She says, she's like, that they have like the night vision on, right? And he was like, yeah. And he's like taking off his chonies and putting them on the seat.
Right.
And
then it was having a good time in that shower.
Yes. And then you have other dude having like a whole, two other females in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear again.
Oh my, I can't wait for you to get to the point where I am, because the one who looks like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. The one who looks like Phineas and Ferb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, he had the nerve. Oh my, I can't wait till you get. Oh my God.
Yes, if you guys have not watched
better.
Temptation Island, go watch it. It's on Netflix. There's
right.
It's like just like the first season, right? It's got 10 episodes in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. Like, y'all are gonna like that.
Apparently there's other ones in different countries, like Temptation Island Africa or something like that.
To be honest, just like I watch Love is Blind, I don't watch the other countries.
Oh yeah.
It's just too much.
Love is Blind was so boring. Like, I literally fell asleep on the first episode and I never turned it back on.
Bruh.
The last season.
Love is Blind, I saw the whole season. Is it... Oh, I have no idea. I'm sorry, I'm not in Australia. Love is Blind, the last season was pretty boring, but still a little interesting. Like, interesting enough, like, just to keep me afloat, but not enough to where I was like, oh my God, this is so great. Like, I feel like a majority of people now, when they go on those like love shows and stuff, it's not genuine. It's just more so to become famous.
To get clout, yeah. Exactly.
It's just not like it was when it originally started, but...
Which I get it, because they get to go on other shows.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what happens. Like, guarantee the people on Love Island or what's it called, Temptation Island, they're gonna hop on to another show. That's just how it works.
Exactly.
Never catch me on that shit. But anyway, I'll let you go. I'm so glad that like people got to join. I'm so glad Tyler got to join and hang out with us. Yeah, hang out with us for a minute. Have a good rest of your night, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And Naomi, I will talk to you later.
All right, later.
Bye bye.